Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Time Traveler's Handbook. Today we are going to be talking about Season 6, Episode 13 of Doctor Who, titled The Wedding of River Song. Spoilers ahead. In this episode, the Doctor has met his fate, and River is revealed to be the astronaut that kills him at the beginning of the season. Controlled by the silence, River has no choice but to shoot him, but instead drains the weapon systems and avoids shooting him at all. This causes time to be stuck at 5:02 p.m., making all time happen at once until River and the Doctor touch again to restart time. Stuck time is very interesting to me, and I imagine that what this really is another way that the Doctor Who universe has to cope with paradoxes. The death of the Doctor is a very hard fixed event, meaning that it is very difficult to stop it from happening. In other cases where paradoxes happen in the show, they either resolve themselves in a different way, like in The Waters of Mars, or quarantine themselves in a separate universe to take care of themselves, like in Father's Day. In this case, it seems to be doing the latter, but the fixed event must still happen for the universe to exist. So, instead of letting time continue on as normal and resolve itself, it stops time until it's fixed. The premise of this, as well as that of all of time happening at once, which is an interesting sentence to say, and it's very difficult to think about. I can explain this away as just saying that this is the thing that the universe does in reaction to a hard fixed event being changed, but the logistics of what's actually happening with time and what events are happening all at once, what that even means, it just doesn't really make sense. Maybe that's the point, though. Maybe there isn't a history to this parallel universe they're a part of now. Rather, it existed simultaneously in that moment everywhere, and it's supposed to appear broken so that the Doctor can fix it. I'm not really the biggest fan of that idea of just saying it's broken and not really having a way to explain why it's broken, why the flow of time is broken and has to be fixed. But I think I'm going to excuse it for the fact that this is one of the few examples where we see broken time and what that really means to have that. So this episode is a great example of what happens when time literally can't progress. It means that all of time converges on this one moment to make sure that it can progress. And we learn that there are certain classes of fixed events that have to happen in this way in order for the universe to be defined as it is. That's all I really wanted to talk about with this episode of Doctor Who. It's obviously a great episode for a lot of other reasons, but this is the real important time travel element that I wanted to talk about. Next time, we are going to be continuing on to Season 7 with the last episode of Amy and Rory with The Angels Take Manhattan. As always, thank you for listening.